Ciao, holla and hi. It was being clear to me, or it was dawning to me today, that it's 20 years ago since 9/11. Yeah, 2001 is 20 years ago. Now, the 11th of September, tomorrow, Saturday. Today is Friday. I was at work, so I am in the car right now. And I just want to run through my experience a little. If you're interested in how a German guy had the experience and got to know the situation in America and stuff, it was surreal. We were all in shock, the whole world, you know. For me, back then, it was almost like a commercial for a movie. I mean, you know, end of the 90s and beginning of the O's years, there were many commercials and ways to get people to notice a movie coming out and stuff. So it was the first thing I thought, oh, what's that for kind of movie? Is it another Independence Day movie like or something? The Armageddon movie, something like, you know. I was, first of all, there's a time lapse, you know, a time, how do you say, Unterschied, time difference from 6 hours from New York to German time. So what was like about 8:30 in the morning is like 1400 something in Germany. So 6 hours later, you know, like 2:30 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry, it's live. Yeah, that was a fire truck, and the firefighters, yes, gotta be mentioned here also. They had much work to do those days after. Yes, so back to me. I was in the military. I was almost done with my working hours. It was Tuesday, and I had just one more hour to do. I was so caught up in work, I didn't know what was going on. Back then, we didn't have TVs at work and stuff, you know. I just heard somebody saying that somebody was watching a TV in disbelief. And I was like, what's he watching? A movie or something? I don't know. As I was finished with my job, I was going to my room. You know, there's the kind of rooms where you aren't alone in the military. You know, you have to make space for other people too, because you're not alone in the room and stuff, you know. So, but it was my room at that time. Nobody was there, and from the other room, somebody was shouting, "Hey, turn on the TV! Look at that shit," so to speak, you know. And I was like, what's it? Some kind of commercial, some kind of movie? And it was all about all over the news, all over the channels, everywhere. And I was like, oh my God, it looks real. Is this real? Is this really happening? It was surreal, like I said. So I was watching the whole afternoon and evening into the night, the news. Because even at 10 o'clock in the evening, at night almost, you know, I was still staring at the pictures, at the video footage, and I wasn't believing it. I was in disbelief. I was shocked. I can't remember now everything I watched, everything I saw, but most of the pictures were all over the news and all the same and stuff, you know, and some passengers and other people have made private videos and they send them over to the news people and stuff, and so you got different angles of the same mess that was going on, and some things that the public couldn't see or couldn't be shown for the public, like people jumping out of the window because they can't go down anymore and stuff. If you are somebody who doesn't want to relive those moments, those days, because you lost somebody in your family or loved ones and stuff. I know it's hard. I can't believe you don't want to relive that. So if you turn off somewhere in the video, I can understand. It's quite hard for somebody like me who hasn't lost anybody he knew then. And what made me aware of that it's 20 years ago now today was like we got a YouTube lawyer, Soulmaker, he's called. Here in Germany, he's a big thing, you know. He makes YouTube videos about how you get sued, what you can do, what problems is with other YouTube people who get sued, and other things happening, and what you can do to get your right in other things in media and stuff. And so he's really known in Germany. So he posted in his Instagram account a photo from the evening before. He was there with his girlfriend the evening before at World Trade Center. He made a picture of him standing on a balcony. And the next morning, they got up early and drove away because they wanted to see some more of the states. They drove to Boston, and they heard in the news that the buildings collapsed, and they couldn't believe what they were hearing. They thought they hadn't known enough English, you know. It was very surreal for them too. That caught me off guard today as I read that on Instagram, and I was like, whoa, what for sick story, you know. Whew. Yeah, leave comments down below. What was it for you? And I just wanted to talk a little bit about it, and my condolences to everyone who lost somebody at those days at the time, you know. Yes, and the following weeks was very weird too, you know. It's for us Germans, it was every time something happened in America, a new law was out, more cameras, more security, no more travel into the USA. Then it was like news, some terrorists came from Germany and some from other parts of Europe. And we were like, oh, what the heck? You know, and the security options were going up in Germany and Europe too, and other laws were developed. What made people kinda angry, because they were like saying it's Orson Welles 1985 or something, and they were restricted to this and that and stuff. But overall, it's maybe a little bit secure, more security nowadays because of the laws. I remember even there was from the American military or Pentagon or whatever, there was made a card game out of the 54 or 55 people they were searching because of the attacks, because of the war against terrorism. And this card game I bought on an online auction platform, a big one, and I bought. It was a reproduced game. I just wanted to collect it and to look at the names and stuff. You know, it was like 2003, I think. I bought that card game, and I still have it somewhere in the closet or stuff. Yeah, and it was surreal. This card game with the terrorists on, and stuff that happened, and then Al Qaeda and everything. People were searched, and then this fucking racist bullshit. I'm sorry for my language, but because someone who was a Muslim or Islam was suspected being a terrorist. It was like, you know, I'm sorry, Americans, you know, it's you got the Germans, you got the Russians, and then you had the Muslims, you know. It's ridiculous. In every movie coming out then, it was like terrorist attacks from Muslims and stuff, and it was and that racist bullshit, you know, because somebody had a beard and dark mantle or stuff and or a hood, It was terrorist, and yes, it was kind of weird, and yeah, I don't like racists, you know. We Germans have a big problem with racists, even though we had the Second World War, where all the world says, you bad Germans, you had made the Second World War and stuff, and there are still some stupid heads who are just racist son of a, you know what. I don't like that. We are all humans, you know. Leave the wars, leave that shit in science fiction, fantasy, or horror, or whatever. Movies, videos, games, books. But in real life, we are all one people. We all have to stand together. We are all human. Our race is human. Like, for instance, if you play MMORPGs or something like this, or online games and stuff, you can have the race dwarf, you can have the race elf, you can have the race orc even, yeah, and the race human. We are humans. We are all humans and bleeding red and having the same kind of wish to make ourselves a living and be there for our families and stuff, you know. So cut the crap with that racist bullshit. Black lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter, you know. It's I don't get it why people think it's cool or it's good or it's a thing to be racist, or why people think they are the ones who are the bad guys. And I don't know, it's stupid. It's kind of stupid, it's sick, and it's creeping under our societies and civilizations everywhere in the whole world, and it's gotta stop, you know. We have to work together to build ourselves and our kids a better future, a better environment. We have to repair the damage we've done to this earth. And both, not one, but both. We have to find a way to travel to other planets where we can spread ourselves, where we can have more room, more life, because this planet, it's collapsing with us, you know. And we have to work together on that. We don't have time for war. It's sick. I don't understand people going like terrorists around or waging war and raging fights and wars and stuff and being racist bullshits. I don't get it. It's too much for me. That was it for me. I'm sorry that I was going a little bit off there. Leave comments below. Tell me how it is for you, how it was for you, or what you think. And have a nice weekend, no matter the 20 years of 9/11. Bye.